Hi, I'm Diane Drain. I'm an Arizona bankruptcy attorney and a law professor. And so I'm going to be talking today about exempt property. Well, that sounds kind of complicated, doesn't it? It's really not. Every state in the union has a list of certain types of property that are protected for the citizens of that state. Because I'm an Arizona attorney, I have Arizona exemptions. If anyone lives in Arizona and they have problems with their creditors, let's say, those creditors have a right to take certain things, but other things they cannot touch. And that's where we call our exemptions. So if you look at the exemptions for the state where you live, you will see a list of items, typically clothing and furniture, your dog, a car perhaps, maybe tools of the trade, retirement accounts of certain types. But take a look at the exemptions. Now you know those things are protected by law. There's one caveat there. If you don't pay the IRS, they get to ignore the exemption. So don't get in that situation. I guess the second caveat is that if you granted a creditor a lien on one of the items that you own, like say your house or your car, and you borrow money against it, that creditor has first rights to that item. You can't blow off your car lender because your car is worth less than what the exemption allowance is, which in Arizona is $6,000. Anyway, the things that are not on the list, creditors have the right to take. So on the Arizona list of exemptions, you'll note that we have a protection for 75% of your net wages. Now, net's described as after deducting taxes and insurance, what's left over, 75% of that is yours, unless this is a garnishment for child support. So anyway, that money is yours, but 25% can be taken by your creditor. Now, you can't have 2 or 3 creditors all sue you, get a judgment, and they all line up and each are getting 25%. It's one after the other. The other type of garnishment that goes on a lot once a creditor has a judgment is a bank account garnishment. Now, many people are in situations where they're having problems with their creditors and maybe they've been sued, now there's a judgment. That creditor can then go after their bank account, and in Arizona, it's an exemption allowance of only $300 in a single bank account. That's for each adult. But that's really important to know, because if you take your paycheck and you put it in your bank account and some creditor has a judgment against you, you may wake up that morning and find that your entire bank account has been swept with the exception of $300 for you, and if you've got another person named on your account, $300 for them. So it's extremely important that you understand how exemptions work. Now, if someone files for bankruptcy and they've lived in Arizona for more than 2 years, then we use that same list of exemptions for them. So anyway, I hope that this helps. It's a really brief summary and certainly not in detail. But do take a look at the exemptions in the state where you live, and that will help you define what kind of items are protected from your creditors. Thank you.